name is Brittany Allyn, and today on Savor the Flavors, we're going to take the ho-hum out of your hummus. We'll do a little change up to your chips and dip. I'll share with you my recipe for edamame hummus with wonton chips for dipping. We'll start by making the hummus. Now, normally when you make hummus, you use chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Today we're going to use some edamame. Edamame is a bean, it's an immature soybean, and you find these in the frozen food section of your grocery store. And for this, you'll want the kind that have already been shelled. Now, I prepared them earlier. I took 1 cup of the frozen edamame, thawed it, and added it to a quart of boiling water on the stove. I cooked them for about 4 minutes, removed them to an ice bath to stop the cooking, and then drained them. And that's where we're at right now. We're gonna add our edamame to the food processor, just like that. And now the ingredients we're going to add are things you would typically find in hummus, like tahini paste. I've got 1 tablespoon of tahini paste. And I've got the juice of 1 lemon. And I've got 1 clove of garlic that I sliced. And here, this ingredient you wouldn't find the flavor profile for hummus. If you notice, I sort of have a Japanese thing going on here. You would find edamame in a Japanese restaurant, this ingredient as well. This is wasabi paste. It's that green paste that is served with sushi that sort of has that horseradish heat. I love it in this. And I've got 1 1/4 teaspoons here. If you're kind of sensitive to heat, you might want to add a little less. Now, I'm also going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and some olive oil. I have a 1/4 cup here. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons, puree this, and see what the consistency is like. And if we need to add more, we always can. Now, we're just going to take this and process. Okay, that is looking perfect, nice and creamy. Now, wonton chips. I'm going to put our hummus in a serving dish, and while I'm doing that, show you how I made those wonton chips. I've got the hummus plated, and now it is time for these fabulous wonton chips. I'm just going to take them and arrange them around our dip. You know, I think this would be sort of a fun fake-out kind of appetizer or snack. At first glance, you might think that it was guacamole and tortilla chips. Wouldn't that be fun for like an April Fool's Day get-together? You'd have everyone fooled. Well, for a little bit anyway, but in a really good way too. Okay, we'll just add a few more here. It might be fun to do sort of a theme night with it too. You could serve this with your favorite Japanese beer. Now, I think it is time to taste. I'm dying to taste. Nice and creamy, perfect chip and dip combination, no chip breakage. Love that crunch, a little bit of salt on the chip. That hummus has the wasabi in there, and that heat kind of comes up through the roof of your mouth. I love that. The garlic and the lemon, it is so fresh tasting. You are gonna love this. The next time your friends get together and you're thinking chips and dip, I'd love for you to savor the flavors of my edamame hummus with wonton chips for dipping.